my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 10 of R.T.C. The Parenthood Years, and we are looking a little different than where we left off, and that's because I had a problem with my save file, and I had to change them all to a new save file, and to be able to keep the relationships, I had to move Mason and his father in. They will not be staying permanently, but I thought Mason's father, Joel, we essentially lost any relationship we had with him, so I'm just keeping them around for a bit, but then they will go back on and move back to their house. They do have their, what previously was Mason's parents, but Joel's parents, Mason's grandparents, are in the file in their same house and whatnot, but they are now aunt and uncle, i.e. brother or sister. It's sister's Joel. I made who was the mom, the sister, because for some reason the full edit mode cheat wouldn't let me make her his mother. I've had problems with that in other files, so she is now an Aunt Mason instead of a grandmother, but oh well, that's not really key and important to the game, so that's fine. But so for now, they are here and in our family, and they will be moving shortly. Of course, they've lost all of their friendships and their money is higher, but that's because I essentially sold everything in their inventory before I saved the lot, and then I put them essentially back in the same house and everything when they came back over. But that's the long story short. So in our club, of course, has been decimated in points and perk points, the club perks that we had bought, because you cannot transfer clubs over and there are no cheats to get it set back up the way it was. So I have played a couple of sim days just to sort of get something started, and also I think we're on a Tuesday in the game last time, or it was maybe Monday night, and we're back to Tuesday morning. So the toddlers have skilled a little bit, because I did have them learn a few skills, and I had dragged some food out there, because it's actually little Sarah here is very hungry, but she's sleeping away, because when I first came into the file, of course, they weren't showing as being asleep, and I could see that she I think she was hungry. Yes, she is the one who's hungry. Okay, I think you've slept long enough. That's a pretty angry red, I have to say. And how are you doing, Arabella? I don't know that. I don't think kids can. Yeah, and I don't have any packed lunches in here for her, so why don't we just have her have a quick meal? This would have been an ideal time to say it into packed lunch, because if they are hungry when they go to school, I have heard they will eat it, and then they get a nice moodlet from eating it. But unfortunately, in trying to just get everything set up, I never got around to doing that in the last part. So we will see if she goes hungry to school another day, whether she will eat the lunch, and we can experience that moodlet for herself. And previously we had built this, and the toddlers can only use this particular table if it gets built by like children. Then it becomes like a little playhouse, and then the kids can use it. But everything that you had built or upgraded, that goes away when you essentially save your lot to the library and put it down in their file. Same with the rocket ships and all those things, but we don't have a rocket ship, so that's not an issue, but we lost the table. So let us see. So she is eating a little bit, and these two, Andi should have, does Andi work today? She works in 2 days, and Dimitri works in 2 days, right? So we have today off, and we can concentrate on the toddlers a little bit. And Joel, I added playing music to the club gathering just to try and get some points, because essentially the only way to get points is to use a mod, and I don't use any mods. And I think if I was to use a mod, I'd probably use Master Control Center as a mod, and not so much just some random mod that gives me my perk points back for the odd time where you might have to transfer over to another folder file or whatnot. I don't know that I think it's worth it. So I think he was embarrassed from playing the music. Oh well. So they are still sleeping, and she's very hungry and has to go to the bathroom. So why don't you get up and make some breakfast? Because I noticed when I was trying to get food for the kids that there was no real breakfast foods in the fridge. So let's make something that will be filling. I think breakfast scramble, if I can find it, that's always a pretty good filling option. But yeah, my other file, it just kept completely freezing on me. So I don't know, part of it's this lot, because it's kind of a big lot. And of course, it's probably even harder right now because I have all 8 Sims in the house. Always gotta go to the bathroom. It's not really letting me. Okay. Let me see if I can. Or it might be freezing because they're going to school. Oh, he's going to school late. I don't know what happened to the food. Did it end up egg did end up getting left over there. And what are you doing? You're cleaning the dish. Okay, very nice. Because that responsibility is up there for you, I guess, and that's why you're cleaning the dish. And I realized we do need to work on our manners a little bit, because they are not, they're on the little red. Oh, they were, look, yeah, they are kind of, maybe they're right in the middle. But we can do that later. So, yeah, you're being late for school, but oh well. What can we have you do, Joel, just to keep you out of your way? Keep us out. Why don't you play and help us earn some points back in our club? Oh, yes, she came home from school yesterday with a project. So they both did. And she had a school project, medieval castle diorama, and that meant that Andi was able to finish off. Of course, because I hadn't played Joel as much as Andi and Dimitri, they're showing up as older, so perhaps I'll have a party and just age him up to adult, or it won't matter when we move him out, because he is obviously supposed to be older, but I don't have aging on except for the active household. So, and Mason had the school project, air pressure rocketry, and he worked on that with some help. And what I was trying to say is, because Andi was I have switched her over just to this music one, just because I had added playing musical instruments to the club gathering as a way to try and help us get some more points back quickly, or more quickly, because I had a lot more than we needed. And also all the boosts, and they're all gone. So I was trying to show you family super parent. So she had on the tier before this character coach. She had to help a child with schoolwork for 4 hours, and she had mostly done that already in the last save, and she finished that by helping Arabella with her project, and she had already she's like level 10 of parenting skill, which is shown on the super parent one, and then she had to have a child with a character value within range to receive a trait, which obviously she has done. Now, for her to quickly get this, have a child with 3 positive character value traits, I don't know if that has to be a child or if it has to be someone that you've adopted, because you can adopt, like, I don't know that it's necessarily, okay, we have no kids here. Yes, we do, we have toddlers. And for a minute I thought, so Joel, he, I think I had him adopt as care dependent. So I don't know if you adopt as a care dependent if they and I've done that with Andi with Mason, and I don't know if they then age up to young adult, if that counts for that, or if it has to be your physical only, your actual child. So we could keep Mason around, but and see if we can get him to do that, because that would be interesting. But I was just trying to, I'm not going to adopt as a care dependent for Mason. I'm getting there. Joel. Dave is the, well, who's supposed to be Joel's dad, but I couldn't get that. So if you know, like I did the CAS full edit sheet, and I was able to actually get the sibling status to be able to come up for one of the two because they're married, but I wasn't able to get the parental status to come up, and I don't really understand that, and I had tried to do that in a different file, and I couldn't do it there either. But I don't know if that would be something that could be done with the mod. Because, well, see, this is Pamela. That's, yeah. I would rather you come over here, Pamela, because I think it would be nice if we, everybody in the family, re-met you. I don't think we've done that. So why don't I have him invite to hang over at the current lot? Because essentially once we've established that relationship, then I'll probably at least send Joel back out and over, and back to his household, and we can decide whether we're going to keep Mason for a little bit so that we can see teens, because it's not like I want to rush to age Arabella up, but oh, I don't know what's this called. He was getting a call, but we're trying to call others. Everyone's coming over. Oh yes, I did. Lunch of sadness. Some other kid threatened Arabella. Why are you calling to... Not your parents. Some other kid threatened Arabella and took her lunch money. She has been crying in the office. Find the kid or I will. She needs to stand up for herself. I'm not quite sure that I like either of these options, and we would have had more information and better options if we had had her actually calling the parents and not a non-parent. So I didn't think I... Empathy, conflict. Oh, well, conflict resolution is what I actually find the hardest to get. And empathy, while it is hard, as a child is not so bad. Not so good once you get to the upper level, because I find empathy as a teen is hard to do. Because as a child, you can use the toys. These toys here. Oh, we have them. Okay, want you to come. Change of plans. We're going to come do a cheerful introduction. And so we can meet Mason's family. Oh, he looks like he's got to eat. I don't know why he can't. Oh, there. It was just a bit of a leg. So I'm still fighting this is a little leggy. There. And we'll do a cheerful introduction there. And cheerful introduction over there. And see, of course, I suppose Joel should come say hello. Wish there was an option just to say hello. We'll say brighten day as our hello. That's what we'll do. And you, my dear Dimitri, I see that you're very hungry, so why don't you come eat some of the food? Impeccable. Grab a serving. That is from the Grills and Stove Master trait, which I believe comes with outdoor retreat. The ability to get that one. And there's our frogs. I put them out. I put everything I wanted to keep out on the lot. And then once we got here, I put it back in their inventory. And I did sell most of the things that had been in their inventory. Because, of course, they don't transfer with their items in their inventory when you move them. When you save them and move them to a file. So, you can get to know... And are you a stranger? I'm not sure. Talk to stranger. Yes, you are a stranger. I did have one of them for sure. Talk to Dave. Or maybe no. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe this is Dave. I get they look kind of similar, Dave. Because, of course, Dave is actually... is actually Joel's father. I guess I should have made them brothers instead of making the woman the sister. Just because... they look more alike, so it makes sense that they would be the ones who would maintain the relationship. But, oh well. So I see that our little Sarah needs a bath. So, Dimitri, I'm not sure. Oh, you know what, Dimitri, you need to look after yourself. You go, and I actually think that probably you have to go to the bathroom, and personally, I wouldn't want to eat if I had to go to the bathroom. So why don't you go to the bathroom and then come over and eat the food that I had originally suggested that you do. Oh, and there's a stinky diaper. Someone hasn't been going to the potty. Do I see which one has the stinky diaper? Oh, I'm thinking it's little Sarah is my guess. So why don't you, Joel, to help work on your skills, why don't you... Well, should not the option to change diaper is not coming up. You'd think if they had a stinky diaper that would be the first thing that would come up as an option. Is it Andrew? Let's see. Nope. Nope, yeah, there it was. It was changed diaper was right there. Why don't you change his diaper? And now it's not there. So maybe he's not the one. But you know what? Little Sarah is filthy. So why don't you give a bath to Sarah? I was going to have Dimitri do it, but he's hungrier than you are. Hopefully this option will come up. Or it was only her that... Oh no, it didn't. Give a bath. Give a bath to Sarah. No, he's filthy. He's got like lots of green coming off of him. Oh, they're both filthy. You know what? Are you done eating? No, you're eating too. Maybe you can give Andrew a bath once you're finished eating. Why don't you give a bubble bath to Andrew? There we go. And did you ever... Oh, of course, there's too many... I thought he was tense from the strangers. being, of course, our family. That's the relationship we had is gone, and I didn't cheat it back. So it looks like everybody's needing food, who needs food, has got it, other than Joel. But Joel can get some food after he's finished doing the bathing, because since we're getting random phone calls for him, I think he needs to get his parenting skill up a little bit. Because we got a phone call for Arabella for him. But the other option is just to move him out of the house, because the main thing is I wanted to at least meet Dave and not good at remembering names. So, you know what, why don't you, I'll think of it and come back to that. You need to go to the potty. So why don't you go potty? They all need baths, actually. Go potty. Pamela, that was her name. Pamela Wakefield. And she wants to change clothes from the independent trait. Now, what I was trying to do is she has skilled a little bit. Oh, Mason is now an A student. So that didn't take him very long in our house to become an A student. He was here for like 2 days. So that's because he would have started as a B because he was an A student as a child. So she has to max her movement and her thinking skills. She's maxed everything else. And what is your problem, Sarah? You're tired. I guess your hunger is not too bad. Okay, so why don't you... There's still the stinky diaper. Why don't you... Okay, you know what, Dimitri? You're the one who can come and... Okay, we need to get out of the way. So once you're gone, we are going to read Sarah to sleep. Because I think she's the one who needs to be going to bed. She is indeed. Oh, looks like Andy's got to go to the bathroom. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. So we'll try and get her to go to the bathroom after she gives the bath, maybe? I don't know. So, and Joel, when you're finished eating, you can go do some computer games. But I will, in the next part, we'll have moved him back out. But let me know what you think about whether you want to maybe see some teen activity, because Arabella's not going to become a teen anytime soon. And I think we kind of have this under control a little bit. So I'm trying to think what I should do with him. I'm going to have him play, because he is actually... He had gotten quite high on his piano skill before he left. Okay, so you are getting read to sleep by Daddy. And it looks like Nikki has put herself to sleep without a bath. I guess Andi had to go to the bathroom too badly and didn't actually. Oh, it looks like Andrew needs a bath. No one's really doing very much. So why don't you, after you're finished with that, give a bath to Andrew. Thought that Andrew was... Oh no, it was Andrew who was getting the bath, actually. Andrew was supposed to get the bath from Andi, but maybe Andi only gave a really short bath because she had to go to the bathroom really badly. So, but there's not really going to be that much happening in this part, because the main thing is to set up, and I didn't end up putting a video up earlier this week because I had the problems with the file, and it took me a lot of time to try and figure out, you know, how to get it resolved, and in the end decide to move everything over and then get it all set up again and play for a little bit to get them so it wasn't too far off from how it was before. But it would have taken me a lot longer to get Mason and everybody out of the house, so I just decided I would just go and we would start from this perspective and come back to it. So I will have Joel move. Let me know if you know any way to change so that he can become, you know, the son of who is his parents as opposed to a sibling. And even if that's something that can be done with, say, maybe MCC, the MCC mod, I should look into it myself. I think I will. But, because I would like to see if I could put them back to their original status. Because I even tried and played with it and put them in separately and then tried to make Mason become Andi's brother again, and it wouldn't let me do that when I tried to go about it doing that way. It's like to retain the other family relationships, but then I couldn't make Mason Andi's brother when I switched them, because of course I'm limited to 8 people in a save file or a household. So that was why I was having some problems getting it all set up. So But like I said, just sort of the basic catch-up she has. So then the child with 3 positive character value traits, that can't be something that's done until the child becomes a young adult. So that's kind of a long one. And then go into full parent mode. That's one thing we can try and work on. It's with the level 10 parenting skill, which she is, Andi is, perform numerous parenting interactions in succession to enter full parent mode. So we have to work on trying to do that one. But I think this part, albeit not that long, if I try to do that, I think it would make it too long at that point. So we will maybe see if we can try and enter full parent mode next time. I don't know how hard it is. I've never actually ever tried it or done it, so it's going to be a learning experience for me. But, oops, is this bad? Yeah, that's spoiled. So, but that's it for this part. Thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye! If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you like the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks very much.